story regarding a potential date for a special election. A lot of eyes on this regarding Jackson County Executive Frank White and whether or not voters will recall him. So we want to bring in Betsy Webster, who is addressing this issue and matter. And really, Betsy, it seems like there's so many moving parts and also this gray area, if you will. How would you describe what is still needing to be figured out at this point?
Yeah, they're saying August 26th, but there are several pieces of gray area. One is whether a veto could hold up this process, and two, related to that, is whether the election officials can actually pull this off in such a short time frame. The legislature today passed both an ordinance and a resolution. Now, the chair believes that the resolution directs the election boards to move forward with that date. But the county's lawyer said they need the ordinance, and the county executive, therefore, has 10 days to veto the ordinance. He said the election boards can't act until either White signs or the legislature, I should say, overrides a veto. Now, the date was picked because the county charter says the election has to happen within 60 days of the signatures being certified. But the election boards are also considering asking the court for a restraining order to delay the election until November 4th, an election date already on the state calendar.
Yes.
The reality is the charter is the charter. It was written in 1972. I wasn't around, I wasn't even born then. But the reality is that elections were done very differently in 1972 than they are in 2025. And so clearly there are some revisions that need to happen to the charter, but that's not what we're talking about today. We're dealing with what we have and the facts that we have today. And the fact is the election is called for in 60 days, and that's what we're doing today in following the law.
Yeah, election officials told me last week it normally takes them 10 weeks to plan an election, and they're going to have a lot less time than that. The bottom line is that nothing is simple or certain with this, in part because the county says they've never had a recall election before, and because the county runs on a charter, not under state law. And there may be challenges coming down the road. Live in Kansas City, Missouri, Betsy Webster, KCTV 5 News.
Betsy, thank you.